Yeah. Uh Episode 18, BAKU GP. Let's just go ahead and address the elephant in the room here. Um what's going on?
Yeah, if it's not one thing, it's another. All right. Ferrari,
Uh
Ferrari L once again. I tweeted on our account. I said, "Here we go. We got Leclerc pole position, but watch somehow tomorrow. There's going to be something that ruins it for him where he doesn't win." So this time was a DNF.
I'm not even going to lie, man. Like you got we everybody was just absolutely destroying Red Bull in the comments of they're not going to be reliable. They're not going to be. I mean, dude, our first couple episodes was me like absolutely just taking a poo on Red Bull. And I was like, no, they're not reliable. I need to be convinced for like 2, 3 weekends. Bruh, this is like that SpongeBob meme where he's locked inside looking at all of his friends play outside, and it's just Ferrari watching everybody succeed with reliability now. And it's just going
uh,
downhill repeatedly for them right now. And I don't know what they got to do, man. Like, we
on,
just have to start with that.
I think I was smoking copium at the start of the season because I was like, oh, "Okay, sweet. Red Bull, they suck. Their car keeps breaking. Ferrari's got this in the bag." But I forgot that I'm a Ferrari fan and nothing good ever happens to us. So
Yeah, aw, come on, man. Don't kick him while he's down.
nothing good happens to us.
Hey, this is when you gotta kiss that logo, respect the loyalty, and go, all right, maybe next weekend.
Maybe next year.
But it's like that. Maybe no, y'all are still in this. Y'all are still in this. Ferrari is very much still in this. It's just they kind of have to figure some stuff out pretty quickly.
Yeah, I mean, what we said about Max, he needs to finish a race. Yeah, Leclerc needs to finish the race.
Bro, I mean, George Russell got upgraded to Mr. Sunday and gave the nickname to Leclerc now, man. He's
Mr.
Mr.
Saturday.
Saturday.
Yeah. No, yeah. I mean, this could be total speculation here, but it seems like as soon as Ferrari stepped their engine up to their max power output, things have just gone down. But without it, they can't compete with Red Bull.
Yeah, no, I mean it I mean it's literally true. After seeing it today, after seeing what they did today, I mean they didn't even really make it 15 friggin' laps. And then I mean Checo already built a a full 2 second gap by lap 3, and he was already
Yeah.
pulling away. Uh, Verstappen easily closed the gap to Checo, and they end up passing. And they had the whole no fighting one, which we'll get into that again because that's the only Red Bull had a flawless weekend, but that's the only thing that pissed me off today. We'll get into it, but
Uh,
and I don't care.
he finished 20 seconds ahead of Checo.
We're okay. Shut up. We're 8 races in. He's only 20. He's 21 points behind. Like, still very much in this. But either of your drivers could do it. Either
Yeah,
of your
but
drivers could do it.
yeah. So yeah, I guess let's do a quick recap. Driver standings. We got Verstappen first, 150 points. Checo second, 129. So he's 21 points behind him, and then Leclerc 116 points. No change from last week
Yeah,
or
that's
2 weeks
tough.
ago. George Russell 99 points. He's slowly creeping in this somehow.
Yeah, he's
I mean,
weirdly within P3.
it's because he's so consistent. Damn it.
I mean,
And
yeah.
then Carlos, poor Carlos, 83. Hamilton's chasing him, 62. Then Lando, he's the I can't believe he's up this high, but 50 points right behind Lewis for what is it? Um, six, seventh place, yeah.
Yeah.
And then Bottas 40, Ocon 31, Gasly 16, who just jumped up into 10th, I think.
Yeah, just came up in the 10th, which is a good sign. I mean, honestly, he was pretty due for a good weekend. He was kind of having some bad luck, and some of it wasn't bad luck. Actually, some of it was just, I don't know, just kind of
Crashly.
bonehead stuff. Yeah, Pierre Crashly, liked by Pierre Gasly. Um,
He did
it's
like that
like,
one, let's be honest.
oh man, but I mean, yeah, that those are the standings, and I mean, I was just on Discord with our friend, and Like I read him out. He didn't watch the race, and I told him we had a spicy weekend in Baku, and I read him out the top 10. I'm like, did you notice anything? And he goes, no. What are you talking about? I'm like, you didn't notice anything. And he goes, wait, where's the two Ferraris? Yeah, bro. We had four separate Ferrari power engines, like all failed today. Something went wrong with four different Ferrari power teams, or three
All right,
teams rather.
let me ask you something real quick, because I saw that our boy Mick Schumacher failed to get any points again, even though there was 5 DNFs or so.
Yeah.
Um, was it his fault? Because I didn't watch the race. I didn't wake up for it, and thank God. I should have just wake me up when this Ferrari nightmare ends. But
Oh, we had a race highlights boy today. I
yeah, I'm
woke
a
up.
race highlights guy.
It was 4 a.m. for him. It was 6 a.m. for me. Way more manageable for me. So I took good notes.
I'll be honest, I wasn't really too excited to watch this Grand Prix for some reason, even though I like the track. And like I think that the castle sector itself just is like the part of the track for me that I love the most. But yeah, could you tell me about mixed race? Like what what was going on?
I mean, it was just unexciting. He started. He came off the line pretty good. You know, he showed some pace, but I mean, has there any been like? Listen, I'm all over the Twitter, and so is Chris. Have we seen any like significant changes with that Haas car yet? Listen. I
No.
totally back Gunther and believe if they truly believe they have not un unlocked the true potential of that car yet with what they have, then yes, I guess don't put upgrades on. But my only argument is, what if the upgrade is that problem solver? Because at this point, I mean, there's only so it's Baku. There's only so much you can do on that straight besides go flat out for like what feels like a whole minute. Don't like I can't be convinced on especially a track like this that it's all the driver. Yeah, I know like Mick's been a little underwhelming and he's had his stint of a slump and people need to give him some time, but I understand that time's running out, but it's just unexciting. He just kind of stayed where he was the whole time.
Mm. Yeah, no, I mean I think Gunther's kind of being a little bit silly with the no upgrades thing. Like you're getting to the mid part of the season and you tell me you don't have any data where you can improve the car. I think that's stupid. And not to mention like you don't even necessarily have to do upgrades, but you can have different setups for different tracks. Like you're telling me you guys don't have like a low drag wing setup already? You guys haven't developed that. Every
You
other team
know,
did.
It's it's actually kind of hilarious you say that because now that I'm thinking about it, out of all the pictures we saw over this weekend of people showing up for Friday practice with a rear wing that was going okay, and then all of a sudden for the later practice that Friday and then FP3 for Saturday morning, you see them correct like I saw the most drastic changes to the
Totally
wing
different setup.
to it's a totally different car. And it's like I I just hate for Haas to literally shoot themselves in the foot by starting the year off so incredibly good, knowing they have a good car powered by a good well, I mean, it's in question now,
Asterisk.
but yeah,
Asterisk.
asterisk, asterisk. They have an incredibly built car and it's modeled after a very good aerodynamically car, but they're shooting themselves in the foot by just not they're just gonna they're gonna put themselves behind of development when everybody else is developing. Like, I mean, Aston Martin completely ditched Plan A. Like, it's
Yeah,
like
they
they
went
changed
to
their whole car.
they're on plan Red Bull.
Like, dude, and I mean, obviously it paid dividends to some capacity. Like, I know Stroll DNF today too, but Vettel with the P6, like
Yeah.
that's a good look for him.
Hey, you know what I like though was when he tried to hit that move. I think he was trying to overtake
Yep,
Ocon.
the first shot at Ocon.
Yeah, I like seeing that, even though it wasn't successful. Like just when you see a driver that's really giving it his all, even if it doesn't work out, it's always fun to watch.
No, that
And
first attempt. Go ahead, go ahead.
I was gonna say Ocon had some good battles this weekend. Like him and Lewis, they were going at it for a little bit, and then Lewis got that clean pass on him.
Yeah, and then it just opened up the floodgates for Lewis to pull up because once he got past Ocon, he was definitely getting past both McLarens on the straights. He like Alonso would give him a little bit of trouble here and there, but eventually got past him. Got past Vettel early because Vettel went for that first overtake, kind of overshot it. Which I'm gonna get into that. I don't blame Vettel for going in too hot on that corner. I actually blame the shitbox of a car because like it just what he braked in time. It's not like he outbroke Ocon like by a huge margin. He still had
It was
plenty of time
close,
to
right?
brake. Yeah, he was basically wheel to wheel still with Ocon going into that corner. But like it just the car couldn't handle the breaking point, I guess. But it wasn't even that big of a margin, and it just went in a lot. Maybe it was tire degradation, maybe it was something else. But like I mean, Ocon was going just as fast, so it's like maybe he had overtake on and left it on too long. I don't know, but I don't really I give 80% to the car and like 20% to Seb because at least he's making that move, like you said, and eventually ended up getting past him anyway. But I mean, who's to say we could have seen Seb P4 if that was the case? Because if he made
Oh,
that first move, think about it. If he made that first move, Hamilton didn't get clear of him. He was
yep,
behind
yep,
Ocon.
yep. Hmm.
So it's like if he made that first move and made it stick, we could have seen a Vettel P4 in my opinion.
Oh my gosh, that would have been insane. That would be insane. Uh, we got yeah. What's up with McLaren, man? What is up with McLaren?
I don't know. It seems like everybody at first thought it was driver v driver, but honestly, I'm starting to think that both drivers know what they have to do and know both of their situations are different. But the disconnect is within the team of the team has the certain plans for the drivers of okay, it's a very much I hate to say it, but it's very much like Max Verstappen and Sergio just with McLaren.
Hmm.
Lando is their Max Verstappen. Sergio's fighting for his spot and trying to keep up, but some weekends he's inconsistent, some weekends he's there. Like these past 2 weekends, he's hungry, bro. He's got the fire, he's hungry, he drove with confidence. His race start off the line was beautiful. He completely shut out Leclerc, making him lock up a little bit and come into that inside and keep his
Dude,
elbows out.
that launch. Oh
No,
my god,
dude, it was beautiful. It was
it was
beautiful.
beautiful.
He was driving with confidence. That was pure confidence, and that looks great. But we've seen that Sergio and that confidence before. I still have questions that he can keep it up and be just consistent as Max Verstappen because, like we saw with the stat with the clerk, it Max is winning races, like not getting pole at all. So it's like he has that composure. But getting back to Lando and Danny, it's it's that fight. The team has a plan for him. They obviously prioritize Lando, but then in turn kind of screw they want Danny Rick to get results, but they put him in they set him up for failure and then demand success. It's weird how that works.
Dude, I think honestly this weekend really shows that it's not really a Danny Rick problem, it's more the team itself. And what really is pissing me off is they have their cars obviously so far away from where they expected to be. And it's almost like Zach Brown and them are trying to blame it on Danny Rick for some reason instead of
Yeah,
accepting that they screwed up on the car.
I'm and I hate like the blame game's hard, right? Taking
I started to
responsibility is
believe it
hard,
too for a little bit. They
right?
gaslit me.
I mean, no, dude, me and you both, we were sitting here moping around because I'm like, dude, my freaking favorite driver of all time is gonna retire after this year. He's gonna opt out early of the McLaren contract. It's gonna be a toxic environment, and like now I totally want to be in his corner, and I am in his corner, but it's like just like you said, just today alone proved to me that I really don't think it is a Danny Rick problem. It's not a Daniel Ricciardo problem. And he wasn't off the pace from Lando that much. And he they even sacrificed when they made them when Lando overtook Daniel on Daniel's first stint on the hard tires, uh they definitely could have salvaged his first stint way more, but they sacrificed it thinking Lando was going to get past Ocon, and they ended up staying in the same freaking place anyway. So it's like you're still valuing Lando in these positions, which I agree you should in certain situations. When he's flat out showing higher pace, yes, do it. But like y'all were both literally fighting for P8 today. And yes, your pitch strategies were quick. Your first stints were good because y'all were just fighting with each other all day. So y'all ended up uh P9 and P8 literally where you started. And it's like you came up from P11, P12, and Danny Rick finished ahead of Lando, but that's like, and then Lando's crying about this, that. It's just weird. It's weird, and I think the disconnect is between drivers and team. They don't agree with each other's strategies. They don't know what they're gonna do on race day, and like in the middle of the race, they get all these orders, which McLaren having all these team orders is just absolutely ridiculous to me right now.
Y'all are in no place at all for that stuff.
Bro, we battled for P8 and 9 today, Chris.
Between yourself too.
Like it kind of sucks. Like great, it is a positive. They both I can't even celebrate both of them being in the points cuz it sucks.
It sucks. Yeah, at least they're not freaking getting DNFs from their shitty engines.
Yeah, at least y'all are in a position to be second.
uh, More
Dude,
like
it
eighth and ninth.
hurts.
You know what? Here's something crazy. I looked up the driver standings, and Red Bull is now 80 points ahead of Ferrari.
Are they
80
really?
points, dude. Yeah, 80,
Uh
80.
even with the 8-0, even with the perfect weekend from Ferrari, it's still the Red Bulls finishing 3-4 or 3-5 or someone's getting a podium. They're still going to have a gap.
How many Red Bull 1-2s do we have this year now?
Let's see, we're 8 races in. I want to say at least 3.
I want to say three. Yeah,
Yeah,
I want to say
I want to
three
say 3.
this weekend for sure, and then
This
uh,
weekend for sure, obviously.
they had that 1-2 in, was it Imola? Yeah,
Yeah,
that
I
was the
believe
first
so.
one they did. And then where's the third? Where's the third? I don't know, somewhere. Yeah, but they're looking great. Um, I guess a lot of their 1-2s are happening when Ferrari car just doesn't work.
I mean, yeah, you got to
Oh,
capitalize when you
Spanish
can.
GP. Was Spanish
Oh, you're
GP
right.
another
You're
one
right.
too?
You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right.
So Ferrari car breakdown and then Red Bull 1-2.
Yeah. And dude,
Red Bull car breakdown and Ferrari 1-2. See a trend here.
we've got a pattern here. Chris is a genius.
I mean, that just shows how good these drivers are. Like, if they're both in the fight, you're gonna see it's the grid split. You're not seeing any one
Yeah.
twos.
And speaking of DNFs, man, I mean, like Joe Guan Yu and K Mag's bad luck, continue to happen.
What
Like
happened,
the
dude? I watched a little bit of the race, and K Mag he was making moves. He was looking good.
Yeah, I don't. I need to look it up again, which I'll do live on air right now, um, as we're
He's
talking
just
about it. But that's the thing, man. Like I just don't know. I actually think now the freaking upgrade stall on Haas is actually putting them further behind.
shooting him in the foot for sure. I mean, everyone else is doing stuff. It's a new era. You're telling me you can't find any place to improve your car? Find it hard to believe.
Yeah,
Nowhere?
K-Mac
Like,
just
come
straight
on.
up power unit failure. Same thing as Leclerc.
Ugh,
Same
man.
thing as Leclerc, man.
I think I heard it might be something to do with the turbocharger.
I mean, yeah, I mean, here's a direct quote from K-Mag himself. It looked like we were back in the game, and it was a position to maybe score a point or two. So it's disappointing. I lost power, but no, exactly. They don't even know what exactly broke.
Damn. Yeah, so I read some stuff saying that they think it's a turbocharger issue, and if they have to replace it, there'll be a 10 grid penalty next week for Leclerc, which means he's starting P11 in Canada.
Yeah, which I
Yeah.
mean, that's I trust him to make his way up the field, but that's if the freaking car stays in the race to make it up the field now.
Yeah, and hey, I mean, honestly, as a Ferrari fan, I kind of knew that this weekend and last were going to be more catered to Red Bull with the long straights
Yeah.
and whatnot, but oh man, no finish, dude. You just can't have that. You just
Yeah,
can't have that.
I want to circle back to it, but I do want to pour one out for the homie Joe Guan Yu. You've just been dealt a just pretty crappy hand, eh? Like I'm sorry, dude. You've had like three or four DNFs that just straight up haven't been your fault. Ugh,
Yeah, poor
that
guy.
just feels bad. And
Yeah, at least he got a points finish though, unlike some.
Yeah, I'm like he got had a great debut race, but where did it go? The car is letting him down. But which speaks volumes because like VB's car is doing great. His
Oh
car was the
man.
only Ferrari powered car. Let's see, both Ferraris failed. One
No,
Haas
him and
failed.
Mick
Him
finished,
and Mick
but
finished. Two
neither of them
Ferrari
got
powered
points though.
cars today finished, and neither of them got points. So basically, it was like 6 DNFs. It's like
Yeah.
it's not a good look for Ferrari power right now, and everybody under the sun, including both of us, were totally throwing Red Bull powertrains under the bus. But now, like it's did I just say everybody under the bus?
No, no, you said what you wanted to say, right?
Dude, I'm what the hell? It's been a morning. I've been up since 5 a.m. covering this stuff. So like it's been a morning. But
Hey, check this out. I don't know if you noticed this, but Alonso P7, Ocon P10. So Alonso just beat Ocon this weekend.
all right, Alonso P7, love that. Ocon P10. What did I say last episode? Solid 8 to
Mid.
12 guy. And
Solid
Raz
8 to
solid.
12 guy. He
he's
can pull off a
he,
first place if Alonso like holds his hand and leads him there.
That's dude, I'm saying they got to win it on some sort of miracle like Rob said, bro. A lot of things. It was a multitude of things had to go right for Ocon to win that race last year in Hungary. Like a lot of things had to go right. So, but other than that, the dude is it's proven. It's literally proven. He's an 8 to 12 guy. He'll never win you a race, but he'll never like lose you. He does just enough to stay in F1. That's what I think about him. And that's what that tells me.
Man,
Like
that's yeah.
like 8 to 12, he was even mid of that. 10. He's mid all
Yeah,
around.
he was mid of his range. Mid, just mid all around.
But speaking of midfield teams and talking about Ocon being the most mid of them all, Gasly finally has a good weekend after being a meme for so long.
Yeah, yeah. I have to say I'm a little sad I didn't watch it, but good to see him up there. Oh yeah, he's got P5. Yeah, fifth place. Not bad. And following right behind the man Lewis Hamilton himself, driver of the day.
Oh my
Tell me
god.
how he got driver of the day. What happened there?
I mean, just having a clean race and making he started. Let's see.
He started like it was Leclerc, Perez, Verstappen, Sainz,
He started P7.
George. Yeah, yeah,
Started
P7.
P7 and got up to P4. Like I said earlier,
So really, if
definitely
you think
Vettel.
about it,
Yeah, go for it.
from the start, he only got one overtake then because there's the two Ferraris that failed.
Yeah, yeah, by default, yeah. So
By default, he really only got up one position.
he had one overtake. Uh, I guess technically, he had one overtake technically, had the two DNFs. The Vettel botch overtake first attempt helped him out a bit too because I still, like I
Hmm.
said, I firmly believe we could have seen Vettel P4 if that was the case because if he had a flawless pit strategy and Aston Martin did exactly what they did today to keep him in the race, then yes, I think he would have finished P4 if he would have made that one stick. But Vettel
Yeah.
botching that, the two Ferrari DNFs, that helped, and then him overtaking Ocon pretty quickly after Vettel mistake that first attempt, that really helped him. And then he just had to get through the straights because the porpoising issue is bad. I know.
Hey, it seemed
Go
like
for it.
the Mercedes strategy was pretty dog shit also because they were Lewis had to fight his way up a couple people to get back to where he was, you know?
No, like that. That's why I think he was pretty deserving of driver of the day. And like this porpoising issue with these teams, it's one, I know like it's not only the track, but I think Toto's right. I think Baku is due for repaving. Definitely need to repave that track here pretty soon because
Hmm.
Jesus. But dude, did you see at the end of the race highlights or maybe post race, did you see Hamilton trying to get out of his car?
I didn't see it, but I heard about it.
Brother,
What
he
happened there?
like he put his arms up right to prop himself on the halo like every driver does to get out of the car. Dude,
Yeah.
he got like halfway up, bent over, and then sunk right back into his seat. He goes, dude, I can't get up.
Oh
And
my
you had
gosh.
multiple drivers complaining about back, chest, neck pain, like bad, like being checked out. Like it was not good. And everybody on the grid was like, "Well, McLaren's not facing that issue. McLaren's the slowest in this. They can't even get fast enough to
They're
have
not
that
fast
issue."
enough to
Like
I
they
heard
can't.
I heard Alonso is the only one that's not complaining about it. I don't know if Alonso's just trying to be a tough guy or if he's
Alonso
just
is a
trying to
tank.
he's a troll, man. Dude's a freaking troll.
I mean, as of
Love
today, he
him though.
has the longest career in F1 now. 21 years, man.
Oh. Hey, hats off to Alonso.
Hats off, man.
I'll drink to that.
I'll drink to that. No, dude. I mean,
Just have a little morning
Mercedes look
cap, right?
good. Mercedes little morning cap, right?
You ever have a
Uh,
morning cap before?
hell nah, brother.
Hey, it ain't even 10 yet. We're going 9 a.m. I'm pouring up right now.
I'm
It's nice.
pouring up right now.
I'm
Sorry.
not on vacation. I'm at home. Now at
Nah.
Austin, when we go for the Grand Prix,
Oh,
no, no,
we booting and rallying.
no promises there. I might be drunk before I get to the track.
Oh, dude, I'm enjoying that weekend, brother.
But
That's
yeah,
gonna be insane.
back on the porpoising thing, I kind of feel like they definitely need to do something about it. Like, I know the ground effects idea is like a great one to get rid of the dirty air and whatnot, but the driving is still like the top two teams are clearly well ahead of everyone else, and it's not very competitive in that sense. So maybe they should bring back some of the old aerodynamics as well, so they can try to counteract the porpoising at the very least. You
I
know?
think so. I mean, only one can speculate because I'm not an engineer and I don't know. I don't know shit about anything. But like, it's the only two big changes. Well, there's a lot of changes. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of change. I'm not going to sit here and cap that there's not. But the only two huge changes to these cars that I think may cause the porpoising, just from an idiot's perspective, uh, the 18-inch tires and the ground effects. Those are the two like huge drastic changes I've seen like with these
Yeah.
cars. I understand there's a lot more aerodynamics and I could be totally talking out of my ass, but the ground effects and the tire size, it's got to be doing something maybe, right? Like do you have any insight on could you like anything?
I mean, I think the porpoising issue is 100% just the ground effects. I mean, like, what are you gonna do if you
I
have
think it is the
smaller
ground effects.
tires? You still just change your suspension setup, and I mean, maybe they can do it through suspension setup. I don't know. I mean, I think a lot of the teams can fix it through their suspension setups and ride height and stuff, but by doing that, you're making your car not really competitive as a race car. Then you get a McLaren situation, you know?
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right.
So it's
I
like,
don't
what do
know
you
what
do?
the so
What
like what
do
do
you
you
want your
do?
driver to be safe or you want to win a race?
I mean, Hamilton at this rate, Hamilton's gonna retire after this year just due to freaking his back being infused by the joints.
Yeah, they're gonna have to get him on like like a VA program for F1 drivers. Like,
Oh my god.
oh man.
Oh, dude goes on a bumpy ride on a regular car, has PTSD from freaking Formula One cars. Holy
Yeah,
hell, dude.
they got him in line with the other retired F1 drivers. He goes, yeah, my back's just not holding up like it used to.
Yeah, yeah, it's my back.
It's
It's
my
just my
back,
back.
mate.
It's
Bono,
just
my
completely
back.
shot, Bono.
Bono, my spine is
You have to
it's
retire me to save my body. You might want to save this.
save this body. You
I
know
need,
it's a bummer?
I need to post my weekly thirst traps. I need. Oh my god,
Where's the Lewis Hamilton Jr., man?
dude. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, some say George Russell is him. He's British. He's 6'3", tall and handsome. You know, like he's passionate. He's a PR's dream. Like he drives the hell out of that Mercedes. Some could say it's him, but I think there's only one Lewis Hamilton, unfortunately.
Yeah, facts.
Like there's only one of him.
Facts. Yeah.
But I mean, hey, yeah, fucking McLaren got double points. Woohoo! It just felt weird. It felt weird, man. It felt weird.
Yeah, and Lando was upset from what I've seen.
I mean, yeah, but like, trust.
What what
I
happened
love
there? Why is he
Lando.
so
I love
bummed?
Lando. I just don't know why he's upset. I understand he could have. I mean, they sacrificed Danny Rick's first stint to let Lando pass to have a shot at Ocon because they thought he was faster, but still couldn't get past him. So it's like, what is there to like be upset about right now? Y'all both
Mm.
finished P8, P9. Both of y'all were gonna finish P8, P9 no matter what the order was.
And you finished at Ocon, so
Yeah, like that's what. Yeah, and y'all both eventually got past him. So it's like Ocon had to make sure he was being the middest today. Bro,
Ocon's a menace of every weekend.
he is the definition of mid, dog. There's 20 drivers, he finished 10th. I told you he was an 8th through 12th guy, he finished 10th. Like he does nothing. He does nothing. He puts himself in a great position and then finds a way to just remember that Drive to Survive episode where like early in the season it shows Danny Rick struggles and he was going and it just showed like in the slow dramatic music of just cars passing him left and right. That was
Yeah.
Ocon today. Like that's what he did today. He has a great qualifying session. Both freaking Alpines start in Q3, like it's awesome, and then it's just mid. Alonso freaking showed out. It was awesome. Alonso did great, but Ocon proved he's just mid. But like,
So, where do you put Ocon against other drivers? Do you think him and Stroll are same caliber?
yes, the only
And
the
they're in
o-
like similar setups too, because it's like they're veteran teammates just smoking them on the track and making
dude,
them look stupid.
like bro, that's what I was saying. They're identical teams, right? They are identical teams. The only thing that separates Ocon and Stroll, in my opinion, is that Ocon's consistently mid. Stroll is mid or DNFs. Like
Yeah, I
that's
gotta
what it
say,
is.
when Rob shout out F1 Fantasy Hub when he was saying maybe seeing Ocon in a Mercedes seat, God, I hope that's a dystopian future, and I don't want to see that.
That's a dystopian future.
You're telling me you're gonna go from Lewis Hamilton and downgrade to the middest of mid and get Ocon in there?
And Rob could be right. The relationship between Toto and Ocon is very good, and I'm sure Ocon felt a little like. Of course, he just signed a contract extension with Alpine before they signed George Russell and made it official for Mercedes. But
Yeah,
like, I know Ocon could have felt slighted a little bit, maybe, but at the same time, like I like I don't
George Russell's
see
that guy.
like George Russell is that guy.
You're not that guy, pal. You are not that guy, Ocon.
The,
I mean,
he
and you can see it. George Russell's showing out why he deserved that Mercedes seat this year, man. He has finished every race and has not finished below fifth place.
That's what I'm saying,
And
and
he's had several podiums.
just think about if that Mercedes car was the same caliber as last year. He'd be P1. My prediction would be correct. He'd be friggin' P1.
And you said it best on these notes. You said Mercedes looks great. When other people fail there, they manage to capitalize. And I think that's definitely very true.
Yeah, no, their reliability is saving them right now. Yeah, are they the best car on the track? No. Are they the fastest car on the track? No. But they are finishing every race right now, and they are being competitive while doing it and making strides in development and pit strategies. Their pit strategies could still use a little bit of work. It's still weird, but their races are very good and consistent. They are consistently having a nice little chart up. Like and that's why it sucked. I want to have the same positivity with McLaren for being so spread apart to them finally finishing P8, P9 in the points together. I can't even celebrate it because it's weird. But with Mercedes, I can celebrate it because these 3, 4 finishes are well deserved when other people are failing. They're going to, it's like, okay, you can't fail against Mercedes because they're going to be right there in the hunt.
Yeah, they're right there crawling their way back. And all they need is that one upgrade package that puts them back in the top. And then it's going to be dangerous, especially with how close George Russell is in the driver standings right now. He's barely behind Charles.
That's what
I
I'm
mean,
saying, bro.
Max is definitely starting to pull away, but I mean,
I
you never
mean,
know, man.
yeah.
You never know what can happen. If Charles wasn't fighting Max, if he wasn't fighting Checo, if he wasn't fighting his own team and his own engines, what would we see then? You know?
That's true. And I mean, like you said, Ferrari's got to get a grip and get a grip fast because
Listen to
Russell
this also.
go.
they had the pit stop, right? They're like, okay, let's put on the safety car. Genius strategy, right? They actually made a good strategy move. But then, did you see how slow they were? They had a
Brother, they
5-second pit
botched the
stop.
free pit stop.
They botched the free.
They had it was a pit stop where there was no pressure. They
Oh my
botched a
god.
free pit stop.
And Carlos was DNF'd at this point also. Oh yeah, that
Yeah,
was because he DNF'd. So it's like you don't
yeah.
even have to worry about your other driver. You literally have one guy to focus on.
Hey, your teammate got a virtual safety car. Let's come in for this free pit stop. You're the only one in pit lane right now. You are the only one in pit lane right now. And they botched it. They had one thing. They had one thing to do. And then, unfortunately, it didn't matter if they botched it or whatever, because 2 laps later, he's freaking out.
His engine fucking
So it
blows
just
out.
blows up. Like
Jesus.
they have to get a grip fast because Russell will be P3 before you know it.
Yeah, for sure.
Give him one
100%.
more race weekend, he will be P3 before you know it.
Yep.
Like it's
George Russell. I like the guy.
Mr. freaking Sunday.
He traded off the Saturday title to Leclerc.
Yeah. And
Damn, dude. It sucks too because you see Leclerc is driving the hell out of that Ferrari.
dude, he looks
And the
great in it.
the freaking his P1 qualifying performances that he puts down are just like honestly, it's magical to watch this dude drive.
He almost went triple purple yesterday.
It for the second weekend in a row.
Like, bro, like not only is he getting pole, but he's doing it by a pretty big margin. And it's like
Just smashing the
all
whole
that
track.
work to just have it ripped out. Like, I mean, you saw his post interview. Yeah, it's disappointing. I literally don't even have words at this point. Uh, like it just that one hurt, man. And I'm like,
I heard
yeah.
I heard he was giving his engineers the cold shoulder this weekend also doing a Lewis where he just ignored them.
I mean, at this point, what do you want the man to do? Does everything he can at Monaco at his home race. Freaking
Box to
the
box. Stay out, stay
stay out,
out.
stay out.
God,
Bucks, Bucks, Bucks sees Carlos Sainz in the pit already. Stay out, stay out, stay out. Oh my god,
they cleared the whole pits also after the two DNFs. I don't know if you saw
bro,
that. It was a ghost town.
dude.
50,000 people used to live here. Now it's a ghost town. If you know, you know. If you don't
Oh,
know,
dude.
oh man,
Yeah, if you
gotta
don't
put you on
know,
some culture.
yeah, you gotta go play the Bible once.
Oh man,
But I mean, we could touch on it a little bit. Vettel P6, woohoo!
Metal P6.
He needed
Dude's the
it.
man.
He needed it this season, man. I know he's on the verge, tippy toeing with retirement,
Oh,
but he needed
oh,
it this season. I know. It's depressing.
yeah. He's the guy. We love him. We're big Vettel fans here.
Yeah,
Yeah, I definitely think it will be a sad day when he does retire from F1, but hopefully it's not soon. And hopefully Danny Rick's not retiring anytime soon because we definitely got trolled by Zach Brown in thinking that Danny Rick's the struggle bus that's holding McLaren back, but really the whole time it's their own team and
I
their
think
shitty
it's
car.
McLaren. I think you're
Yeah.
totally right. You've convinced me.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad I did. I don't think it probably took too much because we love
No,
Danny Rick.
no.
Yeah,
You're totally right. But you know, props to Vettel. I want to give him his roses. He deserves to be here. He should be carrying that Aston Martin team, but
he
it's
is
just
carrying him.
he's just in a shit box of a car. But I want to continue to say it, man. I understand. You said it earlier. Max finished 20 seconds above Checo. I get it. But dude, team orders again. I'm gonna start yelling. Team orders again.
What was
Were
the order?
no fighting.
Okay.
Like Checo was totally in the lead, could have done everything he could. They radioed in that Max was coming up on him, and Checo. They said no fighting, Checo. And I was
I mean,
like,
I don't think it's really that bad.
I don't care, man. I just hate the principle of it, man.
Yeah, I mean, you
It's
say
eight
that, but
races in,
you don't
they're
get
together. Like,
80 points ahead of your rival by letting your drivers duke it out and then get a P8, P9 finish like McLaren.
yeah, but now your rival's your own teammate.
Yeah, now your rival's your own teammate. I mean, I guess yeah, that makes sense, but I don't know. When you see if they finished a lot closer, then I would feel some type of way. But when you see like a 20-second gap between him and Checo, and then a 25-second gap between him and George, and then another 20-second gap between George and Lewis, it's like, no one's really battling at the end there.
I just want a fucking Nico Rosberg and Lewis Hamilton season
That would be
from
pretty
from
sick.
Checo and Max. That's what I want
I
to
would,
see.
I would like to see that. Yeah.
I want to see freaking blow up at the seams of competitiveness.
So I want to say if they got a good enough lead ahead of Leclerc, then maybe they would do some shit like that. But I don't know. You never
I
know.
mean, yeah,
Because you still got to think like how you see Leclerc P1 P1 or P1 P2 P1 P1 P2 P1 P1 P like
it's literally depressing. Literally by his Saturday stats, if you saw nothing of his Sunday stats and only saw his Saturday stats, you'd be like, "Oh yeah, he's winning the championship for sure. He probably has a good, great cushion of a lead."
yeah. But like I mean if you're Red Bull, you're seeing that the guy can drive, and like whenever the team fails or the strategy fails or the engine fails, Red Bull's got to capitalize as the maximum that they can from it.
No,
So
they do.
I think they're smart to look out for Max and the team. But yeah, it does suck for Checo. But I mean, at the same time, like even if they did let him battle, I think Max would have got him.
Yeah, no,
At least
you'd be
this
right.
weekend, I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it this weekend. The first time they did it, I was a little, I mean, maybe I don't know. Maybe we would have seen the same shit anyways. But who cares? I don't know.
You would be correct. You would be
Checo
correct.
even said it's the right call. So
No, yeah, you're right. And I get, like I said, I'm totally over exaggerating and blowing it out of proportion. I just think like la, you know, last week's and the weeks before, like I yes, teamwork. I hated that shit. I really hated it, but I more so hate the principle of it because it's always looming now. Like Checo drove so confidently today, and now he just has to drive with something subconsciously in his head of okay,
when's they gonna say not
when
to?
are they going to say it? Because now it's not if they're going to say it, is when are they going to say it? So
Yeah,
it's like it's that's what I'm trying to wonder, and that's what I'm trying to like. That has to loom over your head at some capacity.
yeah, I can see that. That totally makes sense. Yeah. Tricky, tricky,
I don't know,
tricky,
man.
tricky, tricky.
But
I mean,
yeah,
honestly, hey, hear me. Like, if you were able to build a 20-second lead, like, let them race. Why
you're
not?
right. You're right.
You're right. Let them race. Your rivals are out of the race. You think
I mean,
George Russell's gonna pass you? Come on, man.
yeah, like the only card that can really pass that Red Bull is the Ferrari, and if they're gone, I mean George Russell will get close, but on those straights, man, on this track alone, yeah, maybe at other tracks George Russell will get closer, but this track alone, no, y'all are literally in your own race. Like the two Red Bulls
Mm-hmm.
could have done whatever they wanted to right there. Like they could have done, and yeah, of course, it resulted in a 1-2. It's absolutely great for the team. It's probably best case scenario. Max furthers his lead into first. Checo's firmly in second now. Like it,
They're way ahead in the constructors.
yeah. The Red Bulls got the constructors pretty much locked as long as they remain consistent and in the 1 through 4 area. Even if they're locking out on Saturday 1 through 4, doesn't matter. Even if they're doing that, that's fine. But
Mm-hmm.
like that's all they really have to do now. But Ferrari, if they lose this season, it's on them and no one else. It's not because another team beat them fair and square, which Red Bull is showing that to be the case, but they're also Ferrari's making it wildly easy on Red Bull this year.
Yeah, I mean, everyone knows that if Leclerc, if he loses this year, it's not because of him or his ability. It's because of his team. They let him down.
Yeah, you'd be correct, but yeah, man, that was Baku. What were your overall
Hey,
thoughts? One buzzword,
hold up.
overall thought.
Overall thought, I'm glad I was asleep.
But what were you gonna say? What did you want to add?
Um, Last episode we did a little driver speculation. What if? Hear me out here. This is gonna get pretty spicy. What if
Oh,
Leclerc is so pissed at Ferrari that he goes and takes Lewis's seat at Mercedes, and they do a Mercedes Leclerc driver swap?
Chris. Uh,
Do you like that?
Dude, in a fucking ideal world, I know I just dropped the F bomb, I'm sorry, but
That's
like,
fine.
yeah, we're pretty late in the episode, but dude, holy hell, that would be, dude, Leclerc and George Russell on the same team, and let alone at Mercedes. Yes, yup,
And I
I'd
think
be.
I think Lewis said he might like to be a Ferrari driver also. He's a Ferrari fan, so you know, just putting that out there. And you know
Yeah,
the
but
Mercedes team
unfortunately,
won't
I don't
screw him
think
over.
I like the move. I like the move. I just don't think I think Lewis is. I mean, just being a realist, I think Lewis is literally just 1 to 1 years with Mercedes
Mercedes until he's
until,
done.
yeah, he's, dude. I'm pretty sure he's got stock in Mercedes. I'm pretty sure he's got like so many perks just with the business and company and team itself, like within his contract. I bet he's got so much stuff we don't even know about tied in with that. He's been there
Yeah,
so long, gave them so much, won them so much, like put them in the position where they are today to be that constructor. Like, yeah, like I'm pretty sure that's his forever team. Just like I know things are just bad at McLaren right now, but dude, it's just I don't know what's going on. Which I hope I hope they're real about it in this new season of Drive to Survive and don't dramatize it and give us the black and white of what it is.
bruh.
I
What do you
know
think?
they're gonna. I
What do you
know
think they're
they're.
gonna
I
do?
know. I know.
Danny Rick's been struggling. He's only
There's
barely
this.
behind his teammate, but he's
There's
really
this
screwing him
du-
over.
freaking what's his name? The guy that freaking narrates it. I'm literally blanking on his name right now. But
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Buxton.
Buxton.
Yeah, he narrates it with dramatic pause. He goes, "There's just this dark, menacing cloud over McLaren right now, and it feels like it's been ages since anybody smiled in their pit crew." Like, dude, it's gonna be so like. I just want to know what's going on, and I know like we'll never truly know internally what's going on, but I mean, dude, just give me Danny, Rick, and Monza. Give me give me that, and it's like
They finished
I don't.
P8 and P9, keeping them well out of first place.
Yeah, I know. When
Thank
really it
you,
should be a
Buxton.
super positive, but
Thank you, Buxton.
thank you, Buxton. But like that's all I'm saying, man. But
Oh, the Ferrari struggle. Dude, it's going to be actually interesting to see because they're going to have the Red Bull struggle bus in the first episode, and then, like, episode 3, they're going to have the
yeah,
Ferrari
then the
struggle
tables
bus.
flip,
Oh, man.
and then they're gonna
Yeah.
have the episodes 3 to 5 is gonna cover the same race about Ferrari.
Oh, my God.
I'm sorry for
That
the
was
Drive to
so
Survive
annoying, dude.
slander, but the season was good, but it kind of annoyed me equally at the same time.
They didn't even do a Kimi Räikkönen episode.
That's period end of story. That pissed me off.
They didn't even do a freaking Kimi
I mean,
Räikkönen
maybe they
episode.
wanted to, and Kimmy was just stone cold and said no.
No, don't record me.
No, I am out to F1. Sorry, I'm not obligated.
Yeah.
That's such
Kimmy
a
definitely
Kimmy
didn't
thing.
make it easy for them to get any clips for sure.
No, not at all.
But I mean, you can still just show his racing and shit and be like,
I
yeah, this
agree.
is the guy, and go pull up some like old videos of him trolling interviewers and stuff. And
No, I totally agree.
I was taking a shit.
I was taking shit. Give
Yeah,
me
Kimmy,
drink. But
give
no,
give us
that was
Kimmy.
Baku. We got Canada. We got Canada next.
Our
Stroll's
brothers up
home
north.
country, Latifi home country. Um
Will Latifi continue the P16 streak?
oh man. Will he? Probably. Most likely. I mean,
If
dude,
if uh if Ferrari engines keep failing at the rate they are, then definitely he won't finish P20 this time.
we got the battle of the stinkers for the Canadian homeland. We had Stroll DNF today and Latifi, P16.
P16, baby.
P16 baby, Mr. Consistent.
We're talking
Oh
about Mr.
man,
Sunday. That's Goat Tiffy.
that's goat Tiffy. Good lord.
Yeah,
But yeah,
we're
guys,
going.
we're going in circles now. Yeah,
Yep,
yeah, this
Lock Up
is
Podcast. It was a it was an episode. It was a weekend.
kind of a depressing weekend for Chris's team.
Yeah, two back-to-back depressing ones, but we ball.
We ball top five, episode 18. Catch us on Twitter at TLUPF1. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe for the YouTubes. Check out Anchor.fm for literally anywhere you can listen to a podcast. And hell yeah, later.
Later.